It's pretty seized up. This is how I got it, and the guy said it blew a head gasket, but obviously the head's already off of it, so I'm not sure what side it was. However, the pistons are extremely stuck in this engine on every cylinder, a lot of rust. I would be surprised if there's one good part in this engine, but we're going to tear it down anyways and see if we find anything cool. So I'll start by undressing the front end with the water pump and fuel pump and all that. This water pump sounds great. The water pump sounds great on this thing. Let's try to get the belt off here. Obviously this belt is bad. That's the worst sounding water pump I've ever heard. This engine is extremely dirty. It's hard to see where the bolts are. There's no way this engine turns over at all, so every single one of the pistons is rusted into the bores. There's the fuel pump. Sounds bad. There's our front cover. That's a loose chain, if I've ever seen one. There we go. There's the timing chain and sprocket. There are some very extra large Phillips heads that hold the cam plate in place. I'm assuming they're not coming out very easily, that's for sure. Got this one loose, so that's promising. Not too bad. Retaining plate. That was a bunch of rusty water that came out. Ugh, a lot of sludge in here. That's disgusting. Okay, there's the oil pump. A lot of stuff stuck to the screen. Now, the fun part, pulling out all these rods and pistons. It actually looks really clean under here. Somehow I gotta get all these bolts off. If there's enough room. Here's our first piston. Not all that bad. Here's the second one. Also not all that bad. A little rusty. Looks like the oil rings are a little sticky, but they still move. Put a little bit of PB Blaster in this cylinder to try to free it up. Okay, there that one is. She's rusted in there good. Not looking good. Oh, moved a little bit. That's a good sign. We've got movement. Oh, there we go. She's free. Okay, now this one should come out. Okay, there's that one. Not too bad. Oh, that one came out the hard way. That one hit the ground right there. But it still looks somewhat decent. Okay, I've now got all the rods and pistons out. And they all came out fairly easily. This one I had to work back and forth a little bit with some JB80. But the crank spins freely. And let's start pulling these main caps off. Main bearings look pretty good still. So this rear cap has a bunch of silicone all the way down the sides to prevent it from leaking, and that's what's holding it in place. So there's a seal that goes between the crankshaft and the block and the main cap, but not where there's no seal for where the cap goes up against the block here. So oil can get through on the sides. So that's why there was silicone there. And now we can lift out the crank. So I've still got the camshaft in here because I couldn't get the lifters out. And I'm going to take a flat tip screwdriver and just try to push them all out from the bottom. They're all junk. They're all going to be bad, so it doesn't matter. As long as I don't wreck the lifter bores. Okay, now the camshaft should come right out. Oh yeah. It's a lot easier to install or remove a camshaft without a crankshaft in the way. And there's our camshaft. Doesn't look super bad. A little bit of rust right there. Okay, let's see what we got here. Pretty rusty. This block is pretty much toast, except I don't know how much you can bore these over, but it's pretty rough. Everything looks good underneath. Pretty much the same deal on this side, maybe not quite as bad. The crankshaft has some scoring there. Kind of the mains have some scoring on them. And then there's some rust. Let me see if I can get it spun around here. There's some rust right there. And down on this bottom main there's some rust. That main has some rust. So basically all the mains have rust or wear of some sort. Pan has your typical sludge in it from sitting and being old. And all the pistons and rods are okay. The rings are just rusted in them mostly. I mean, they're aluminum, so pistons are aluminum, so it's not like they can really rust, but kind of a different teardown for you guys on this one. This is the first opportunity I've had to work on one of these FE series engines, Ford 390 FE series engines. So it was kind of just nice to see what they look like in here. And this engine's obviously been sitting for quite a while. They said it blew a head gasket, so I'm sure, I mean, they just left it outside for a couple years and this is what it looks like. So if you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.